Everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Washington football team. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Here's Fields.
Ma mannaggia quella grandissima.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. A first down carry for Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A shotgun snap, Fields. He dumps it off to Barkley. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now, this Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Off the play fake. Chambers. And right away he lost the football. And fortunately he's able to reel it back in.
Prima palla.
It was a big loss here on the play. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Chambers slings this deep from McLaurin. It got his man complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. A handoff for Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, these two teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier this year with the Giants winning that one. So they are looking for the sweep here at MetLife. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Chambers. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Below Nichols. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down. So as the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Play action. Chambers. And he's going to be hit and
Io
taken
non...
down. Back right around the 48-yard line. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play call.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. On third down, here's Gibson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Play action. It's Fields. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Now it's Fields. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take... at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A handoff running left is Gibson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Let's go. Let's do it.
With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
We're scoreless after one. Now Washington with a football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Gibson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
From the 8, they've got it first and goal. Stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal.
No, devi bloccare.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. McCann's kick is good. And it's 3-0 Washington. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Second down and 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields steps away to his left. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now Fields. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
This is brought in at the 21, and he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Gibson here running out of the gun, and he'll be brought down right around the 37.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Muore.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Su.
Operating from the gun, Chambers, and the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Non riesco proprio.
Jadeveon Clowney, his 2nd sack of the night. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Chambers. He's got it to Gibson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Chambers.
No.
Broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10.
Obrigado.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look at...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl, and he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Throwing after the interception. Fields dancing to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Well, these two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the Giants with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep here in MetLife Stadium. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Fields. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. From the gun, here's Fields. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Fielded just inside the 20 and able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now Gibson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Chambers. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Chambers. Got an open man. Finds Gibson. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Chambers. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At the 26-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first. Now this from 43. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 20. And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of the 2nd quarter.
Indeed. Indeed.
Boy, what an incredible way to end the half. A chance for a late 3, but instead it turns into 6 points the other direction.
And how about the team that got the 6 points going in the other direction? They were thinking, I don't know if I even want to go into the locker room at the half. Head coach going to be upset. Instead, got to feel pretty good.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to a field goal.
Both teams making their final adjustments for the 2nd half to come. And to bring the action your way, we go back to MetLife Stadium and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the 2nd half of Week 17 is underway. Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. They're set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the 1st half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. From the gun, Chambers slings this deep from McLaurin, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier McKinney. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. To throw is Fields. Eluding the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? On play action, Fields. Touchdown, Giants. A great play. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Giants have taken the lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
To try here for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Chambers. And rush gets home as down he goes. Isaiah Simmons in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Looking to throw. Chambers. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Chambers. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Barkley is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 40-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Barkley again. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Isaiah Simmons able to drop in that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw. Chambers. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Chambers. He's got his man, Gates. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on third down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys with great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
And he'll complete this to Gibson.
Dove
The
cacchio
completion,
completi?
but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practiced it, because on first down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up second and third down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back. But, boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. Second and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Second down and 3, ball on the 7. They'll go again with Gibson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. For Washington on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run with Gibson. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And how about this? It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington able to make this a close game again. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Fields. Going up top. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Fields.
No!
It's nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Fields now to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Back to throw. Fields flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Fields. Flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this one is right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Off play action. Chambers. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st down, it's Gibson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They'll try and sneak it here. And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. From the 50, here's Fields. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Fields. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
And here's Hofrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away.
Okay.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The field position game often so overlooked, but this offense is going to be backed up deep. What an ideal punt.
And now, this stage of the game, when they need the drive to try and put themselves in a position to win it, you talk about going the long field, the very long field. This could be a 99-yard drive if they're able to accomplish it.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw forward.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to throw. That's complete to Lamb. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, and that nearly ended it. Intercepted, but he cannot.
Non me la merito proprio. Non me la merito.
3rd down coming up.
Non me la merito.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
They'll look to throw. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And a tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Open man, Lamb. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And that's complete to Gates. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
A very important extra point there, up and good, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
52's the mark, boys. 52. Come on. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Now Fields. He's got Hamler, and he'll have a first down, but a great tackle there keeps him from getting to the boundary. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Off play action, Fields. Forced out to his left. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And off the upright, and it carries in. It's good. The kick is good, and that writes a crazy finish to this one. So a victory.